Welcome to Encouragement Thursday. It's great to be with you today. All right, last week we started a new series and I'm drilling down into the 5 pillars a little deeper. And particularly this month, I want to talk about communication. Communication is central to every relationship, and every relationship is central to your life. And so we want to make sure that we know how to communicate well. And so that's what this month's all about. I'm just giving you some tips to drill down and to be able to communicate well, because I really believe it's a central pillar, because if you can communicate well, you can actually help yourself out. I've met with so many people where the communication breaks down, and so the relationship breaks down. So this week I'm going to talk to you, and probably next week as well, we're going to just talk about the styles of communication and help you understand what they are so that you can choose the right one. And this week we're going to talk about passive communication. Passive communicators tend to let people pass right over them. In other words, they don't speak up. And in fact, quite often, it's because they want to maintain harmony at the cost of self. And that is not a good thing to do, because what happens is resentment begins to build up in your heart. And I want to encourage you this week to move from that passive style and to find your voice. And it is okay to actually share your needs. It's okay to communicate what your needs are. And that's called assertive communication. And I'm going to talk about that the last week, a little bit more detail. But I want to encourage you this month to start being aware of your tone of voice, start being aware of what you're saying, what your body language is, and be aware of the kind of communication style you use. The fact is that passive communicators often don't get their needs met. They often don't feel validated. They feel like they've lost their voice. And so that's what this encouragement's about this week. I want to encourage you to find your voice. Find your voice this week. Speak up if you have a need that's not being met. Communicate it to the person that is not meeting it. And I know that that's going to really help you get some of your needs met. And so there you go. Passive communicators let people pass right over them. And so this week, start changing that. Find your voice and share with others. I want to remind you, my book is out. Just go to my website, markgordon.ca, and you can find, go right on that website. You'll find everything you need to find to order the book, because I go into much more detail there about this subject. So there you go. We'll see you next week.